welcome back to the channel. So now that the rears are done, we are going to focus on the front brakes and do a disc brake conversion. So I got the Chevy jacked up, and yeah, let's start going to town. All right, like and subscribe. Let's get to work. I have no idea what's next, but we'll figure it out. Alright, I can't quite find a really good video online. So, what I'm gonna do is, the whole spindle has to come off. So, these are the parts that I've got. I got new spindles. So I'm gonna just start by taking apart those things, and we'll go with that. Alright, I'm gonna start with these cotter pins and taking off the tie rods. So, that's step one. For me. Oh, and that just broke. Oh my god. Alright. Crusty. Let's see. There we go. Now we're gonna try and do this whole thing. Let's see if I can get anything off. So the kit actually replaces the whole tie rod. So if I can't get this piece off, not the end of the world. This one, but hopefully we will. Sweet. Of course, now it's stuck. Okay, got that one out. Awesome. Now I'm gonna see if I can get this top bolt off. I think almost there. With the cotter pin, let's see. Everything's covered in dirt on this side. I don't know what's going on, but all right, there's that one. I gotta clean that up some more to get a wrench on it. All right, let's see if I can get that off now. All right, here goes nothing. Oh my god. Of course, this bottom cotter pin's in the way. I think this might be brake fluid, because this hose definitely rotted. Okay, now let's see if we can do the bottom. Also pretty nasty. Ooh, and that bottom one's big. Okay, it's 1 1/8 inches. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's 1 1/8 inches. Luckily, I've got something big enough to handle that. There we go. What the hell? Ever seen this? Look at this. It just switched sides without touching anything. So yeah, 1 1/8 inches bolt. Alright, now I have no idea how to get this thing out, but we'll figure it out. Okay, we got the big gun. Let's give this a shot. There we go. Okay, I just got the bottom off too with the 1 5/8. So that should just line up. Holy shit. Okay. We got a spindle off. Sweet. Alright, minor problem. My ball joint press is not long enough, so I'm gonna cut the top off here, and then that should give you enough distance to cut this off. Alright, hopefully that's enough. Whew, there we go. Okay. Alright, that worked exceptionally nicely. Alright, now that that worked, I've got to take care of this top piece. Almost out. There we go. Okay, that was a pain. All right, I ended up using the air hammer on this one. Oh no. Well, I think I just nuked this camera, so this is the last clip on this one. But yeah, I ended up using the air hammer to get those rivets out. Sorry, I'm a little bummed about my camera. Oh well. Alright, on to the next step. Alright, new day. It was getting late. I've taken off the front lens of my camera, so hopefully it works. But yeah, let's start installing the upper ball joint and see if we can get this thing back together. Just gonna put in the little grease fitting on the top. Top joint is installed. I have this lower one in place, and now I've got to figure out how to get it in. So. Think we're in? And we are in. Sweet. And I'm going to put the grease fitting in the bottom. That goes there. That goes there. Okay. And now, I believe we can install the spindle. Okay. And then gotta jack up this thing a little bit so that those two pieces meet, and then we can cinch everything together. top cotter pin is lined up. So, should be able to top one's in. So let's do this bottom one. This. Okay. I have broken my power torque. Oh my god. Okay. This thing is struggling. Alright, because just a couple teeth, I'm going to use this as just a standard breaker bar. Just take it off each. Darn. Hold on. Let's see if I can reset that. And then I'll go to Harbor Freight and get another one. Okay, I got it in barely, so we're gonna have to go to Harbor Freight and get a new breaker bar before we do the other side, but at least this side's in. So let's just set that cotter pin. Let's do internal first. Interesting. Applied some grease to the bearing, and I'm going to throw some more around the very edge here, but it's kind of difficult to film that and do it all at the same time, so let's just throw some grease on. And then we'll put on the dust seal, or the grease seal here. Sliding brake on. Okay. And let's get that bearing, the other bearing, greased up and installed. Okay. Now we got this bearing greased, and we're gonna slide that on. Potentially. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna load up some more grease in there. We should be good. The final piece on this assembly is the cotter pin. Big cotter pin. Oops. dust cap is on. Everything moves. I'm going to wipe that off. And then I'll install a caliper. And then we're done with this side, other than attaching the brake lines, which I still need to redo the brake lines. Yeah, they're all in a little rough shape, so the goal for this one is to get the spindles on. Finishing touch. This is the caliper. Oh man. Sweet. Okay. We are installed. And that's great. Cool. Okay. Woo! Let's throw the tire back on and get this thing airborne again. And then we gotta go to Harbor Freight to get a new breaker bar for the other side. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. These lug nuts don't fit. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, jeez. Alright, I guess we're going to Napa too. Oh boy, alright. We got new lug nuts. So now they fit. They're 9/16 by 18 pitch. Keep these as spares for the back tires. Okay. Alright, the new Icon long breaker bar. I don't know what size it is. I got the longest one that was available and it was, what, 55 bucks? Let's see if we can get this thing out pretty easily. Barely got that one off. Holy smokes. We'll put that back in for now. Ah, Jesus. Alright, busted out the blowtorch. Okay, it got cold, and after I destroyed my finger, which is very swollen, I got the ball joint in, so we're good there. Yeah. Now let's assemble this thing and put everything back together. Okay. Okay. Now the exterior bearing. Sweet. All right. Solder pen. I gotta raise that up, okay. Cool beans. Alright, control arms are done. So I'm gonna jack this up and call it a day. And yeah, we got some severe toe in. I've got it set all the way in, so that'll change. But hopefully you learned something. Next video, I'll install the master cylinder and hopefully bleed the system. And then we can drive this thing. Alright, like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.